Writing is a spiral. And just hear me out. Even though I have a relatively, for me, detailed plot line and timeline for the book I'm working on, which is a Greek myth retelling, this always happens where I start going on these side tangents and it kind of starts spiraling around. But this is a great way for me to discover a bunch of things as I'm writing. For instance, I have my main character, Atalanta, and she's arguably one of the only female or the only female Greek heroines in that Greek mythology. And so I have the scene in the first chapter where I needed toward the end of the chapter her to have a conversation with someone that leads into the point that she receives an invitation to a wedding of a very famous hero of her time, one that she cannot turn down. And so I ended up discovering through some wild research this minor character called Admetus. And during this like weird discovery of this character, it kind of worked very, very well because Admetus is from a place, I know I'm going to mispronounce this, Verrier, and they were known to create and sell beautiful textiles with this vibrant purple color, which was very hard to produce. At their time, purple was a very revered color, usually something associated with royalty because it was a rare color. So you have to understand that. So his country, his kingdom, I should say, his kingdom made colored dyes and garments that were beautiful shades of purple. So I was like, oh, that's kind of neat because not only is he a royal figure, he has the means to produce this kind of textile, which would be a great kind of worthy gift for someone going to a wedding. So pin and pause that. That was interesting to me. Another thing I found interesting in his myth is he is tied to the character Heracles. Now, Heracles' third wedding is where I'm setting the beginning part of this book. And so that worked out very well because must be a very close friend to Heracles in the point where his own particular story matters. Now, I'm kind of jumping ahead myself because I wanted this particular scene where my main character is talking to Admetus and receives this invite to Heracles' wedding. And it was a perfect way where I could find a reason for her, even though she doesn't want to go to this wedding, to be kind of forced to go because now I have this character who later on in the mythological storyline is friends with Heracles. But I'm like, what if he didn't know that guy yet? What if they haven't met and he has heard about Heracles and all his feats and the 12 labors and the other things he's done since then, and kind of begs my character to tag along as her in her retinue as she goes to this wedding. And I thought that was a fun thing because now I can kind of tie in links between explaining how Admetus meets Heracles, because I couldn't find that in any of the myths texts that I've come across so far, and kind of tie everybody together. But like I said, writing's a spiral because I had no clue I was going to write about this guy, and now I'm having a lot of fun incorporating his myths into the ones that I'm focusing on for my story.